So in Seattle, we're very focused on how we can use data and new technologies like the Internet of Things to improve the quality of life for our city. That's what we consider to be a smart city. It's not a specific sensor, it's this overall idea that we think technology can improve our quality of life. In the city of Seattle, we're very focused on how it is we can partner with our community, our universities, and other institutions to help tackle really big challenges in this way. And we've had a fantastic opportunity in Seattle. We have a civic technology community that's more than 1,500 members strong. So when we think about all the new technologists that are driving Seattle's growth, we're one of the fastest growing cities in America. We want to make our community part of the solution to solving traffic, to solving our housing challenges that we have, and we've been very fortunate to be successful thus far. Well, Seattle didn't have a choice but to become smarter. In the past 5 years, our population has grown by 70,000 people, and before the year 2035, we will have grown by 30%. At the same time that we're growing, we have some structural challenges in how we collect taxes, so we expect revenue and city headcount to remain flat or decrease during the same period of time. So we have to become smarter, we have to become more efficient, because our public is going to continue to expect more and more out of their government. Well, the interesting thing is, you think about that growth and all of these people coming to the city. They're working for Amazon, for Microsoft, for our startups, and so they have certain expectations of what technology looks like, and they have certain expectations around how a consumer interacts with a company. And so if we can't live up to that, we're going to not be successful. When I look at the horizon for smart cities, we can certainly have a technologist dream of we're going to have an interconnected network of sensors talking over a wireless mesh that are helping generate all of this data that connect to cyber-physical systems that are enabling better control of the built environment in real time, all giving feedback to apps that are helping us make day-to-day decisions. It's all great, but the challenge is we have to think about our public that we serve. How do they perceive this technology? How do they interact with it? And if we are becoming 30% more efficient in how we operate a water system in the city, the public doesn't see that. They can appreciate that we're being efficient, that it's good government, but when they see a new sensor mounted on a utility pole, or they see a camera, that raises concern. And if that's the way that we are running our operations, we have an obligation to engage our public in a conversation about what we're trying to achieve. So smart cities, as it evolves, needs to be focused on the people. It needs to be done in partnership with our public to make sure that the technology doesn't get ahead of the values that are important to our public. In the city of Seattle, we just did something interesting. We just consolidated our technology professionals from across 15 different departments. So whereas we used to leave transportation and our electric utility and our water utility to all solve these new and innovative technology challenges separately, now we've got all those people working together. It's the largest reorganization in the past 15 years of city history, and we are still working through how to structure that team to really deliver value and focus on innovation and not just legacy infrastructure. So as we begin to think about making budgetary asks for smart cities projects at scale, we're trying to make the pitch that we now have the team to invest in common architectures and platforms. So how do we begin to envision that common backhaul that's going to power our network of sensors? And today the city owns more than 550 miles of fiber optic networking that we can use as a starting point. As we look at potentially having thousands of sensors, what are those management platforms we want to invest in? So not only can we more quickly enable transportation as they want to think about smart corridors, but we can also tell a story about how we're managing those new technology assets in an efficient manner. I think the biggest challenges we face, awareness across our departments about what is a smart cities technology. If our parks department is implementing a new smart watering system, which we're working with them on, is that really technology? It's trying to water the grass. But the fact that we can help them do that more efficiently using algorithms is something we want them and other departments to understand. At the same time, another challenge is this public awareness. We don't want our public to lose trust in their government because they think that we are now using data to harm them or disadvantage them in some manner. We need to work with them to build trust in what the right privacy protections are for the public as we collect their data, to make sure data in this network is secure, and that we are keeping in mind equity, that we are not disadvantaging communities as we deploy these technologies.